Right, we're now live, right? Anyway, um, yeah, so I mean, as we're going to talk about, like, AI in this section, I just don't think, I've been playing Splinter Cell, basically, and I think sometimes AI is fucking retarded. I mean, I really do. There's parts where you're hiding and they won't see you, and then they'll see you from miles away, or like, there's just randomness sometimes. Like, you'll be on a pipe, and to be honest, I actually don't think the game's made that well. Like, you remember Splinter Cell, boss? Like,
I've played a couple of them. I never really could get into it, but I'm familiar with the whole story and
are
what
you
you
familiar
say
with the
because
whole, like, you could climb through, like,
yeah,
you could climb through, air vents and stuff. There's always different ways around. This time it just seems like there's only a couple ways around. Like, you can see that it's been polished and that, but the AI just, like, how accurate, like, they're running at you, shooting, yet you've got a better gun than them, yet you're crouched down taking pot shots and still, the whole running and gunning AI where they run back like, I see him, and climb behind cover. It's like, it really is annoying me. It's like, what other game was it? It's like,
yeah,
I
it
don't know,
becomes excessive. So it's like you really like lose that kind of drive to do it. Do the attacks and the maneuvers because it's so kind of convoluted.
yeah, it's like sometimes it felt like you could just basically sit in a corner, shoot them, let them know where you are, move to a different corner, wait for them all to run to that last known position, shoot them. But then it's the same with Metro. Did any of you play Metro? Metro 2033?
No, all was the videos, and it seemed like it was interesting, but I heard how the gameplay was going, and I don't even remember what it was, but I remember there was a big turn off for me whenever I was looking it up. I was like, oh, dude, really?
See, that's the
So
thing, it's like, that was it. It was like, atmosphere was amazing. The whole idea about it, like Metro, I mean, some of the way it was, like, the graphics were well top notch, but the shooting mechanics were well off. It was like you get an enemy jumping at you in midair, and then you blast it away, and it was then just like, you're like, where's it gone? You turn around, it's behind you, it's like, ooh, and then you're like, ooh. And at one level, you've got this kind of monkey creature that just fucking looks at you. It's like, what are you doing? And it kind of it tells you that it can only see you if you move, but it's like, that you'd have to play it. It's like the atmosphere was amazing, but the AI just ruined the whole experience for me. I really felt like a lot of these developers just seem to think that they can just rush the products these days. Like,
yeah, they
I mean,
put 6 months into this aspect, and then they put 6 minutes into that one.
yeah. And I really felt like, what was it, Bad Company? I got to admit, I never felt like the AI were majorly retarded. They weren't as bad as some games. I mean, Modern Warfare, I remember that. It was like, this time round, your teammates actually did fire back at some people. It's like,
Yeah,
we're in
but
two...
all AIs are retarded. I mean, what do you fucking want, a medal? I mean, seriously, like, I think all games are some shit AI. I've never seen a game with a good AI, and the worst is co-op AI. Is co-op AI is a small baby who's just taken a crap and thinks that it's a good idea to just stand there waiting to have its diaper changed. That's what a co-op AI is.
Oh,
That's
you're
all
having
they
a big
do. They
army
sit
of two,
there,
aren't you?
but they sit there behind cover and they do sod all. That's
No,
where that's
no,
all they're
I
designed to
agree,
do.
but what Boss has got a point at is when you're playing like Splinter Cell and you're supposed to be doing this whole stealth and you're taking your time and you're in shadow basically. You like the HUD kind of the whole screen goes black and white, say you are in thingy, and even your screen it's very dark. Yet an AI would look at you from about 10 meters away. I mean, you can just about make him out, and he's like, oh, he's there, and he shoots at you. It's like I've just spent 10 minutes
Just
of
the
stealthing
only
round climbing over boxes, climbing up a drain pipe, just for one fucker out of nowhere just to go, oh look, there he is. Yeah,
the
he
only
then,
games where I've seen a good AI are games where they're not supposed to be clever, which is like either like Final Fantasy. The AI is not supposed to be smart. You just run into them. That's the point. Like, so the AI works there, or the AI in like any RPG game, pretty much. I mean, like
no,
Fable
see,
2, they just run around and they're supposed to do that. That's how they're supposed to work. Or in
yeah, but it's like, when you play
in
games
99
like...
Nights, they just run at you because you're the only thing there. I mean,
Yeah, that's it,
or
I
the only
understand that.
FPS game or like stealth game is Metal Gear Solid. Any Metal Gear game, their AI, I've never really noticed that. I mean, occasionally you get kind of like, how the hell? But most of the time it's pretty solid.
What was that noise?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, but then that's what the scientists do. You make a noise, so they respond to it and give you a heads up they're coming towards you. But then you have like 5 seconds to go. Right, I'm getting I'm running away.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
In freaking Splinter Cell, it's like you make a noise, nothing happens. You walk in darkness where even you can't see, and you have to put night vision on. The guy looks towards your general direction and just goes, "Oh look, there's a guy right there, right in the middle of that blackness that I can't see because I have no night vision. I have no ability to see, so I'm going to shoot randomly and hit you in the head first time. Oh look, how good am I? Bang, bang, bang! Oh, you're dead. Look,
see,
I win the
Yeah,
game.
when you
Woo!"
have to over-obsessive about, how you were detected, there's a fatal flaw in the stealth aspect. It's like, if you were quiet, if you were careful, if you made sure you killed them quick, then you should be rewarded for it. You shouldn't be penalized for something that you were unaware that you did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think a lot of games cop out on the AI nowadays. Like Battle Station specific and Model and Midway had retarded AIs too. Every game, it's like you tell it to do one thing, so it thinks, right, I've been told to go to point A. I'm going to go to point B and do the exact opposite thing of what I just got told because that's what I was told to do. Like, no, God, you annoying piece of. Anyway.
well, no, I agree, but it's like the best games I've ever played for AI is Crysis and Far Cry. They are PC games. Go play them games and you come back to me. AI, they would like kind of look where you generally last was, but they weren't like you could kind of sneak up on one kind of. As long as you didn't go around punching people like on Crisis, you could grip a guy, but he had that fear in his face. Like if you quickly peeked around the corner and shot, he would panic. Like he'd pop his head up, and he felt like you were in a proper gunfight. But then saying that, in Splinter Cell's respect, I think Chaos Theory had some of the better AI because you had this you could get your microphone basically and whistle down the microphone like, and they would literally think you were there. You would have that kind of passive gameplay where you'd be like, and they'd think, what's that? And he'd kind of look. Whereas they've took that out now. Like, you can't lure people to you. I mean, even in the game, like, say me and Boss were playing co-op, I would then, me and Boss, if we were near an enemy boss, we would have to whisper. We would have to be like, right, dude, I'm going to take him out, and then you're going to have to... And even if you did have the throat communicator or headset, you still could only talk to a certain level. Like, I couldn't go, right, boss, like, see, I'm going to go over there and fuck that guy up, and they would hear you. They took that out. It's like, it did feel as though the co-op in, like, you had the co-op moves, like dropping people down with rope and, pulling each other up. That passive those little things were like that, those extra touches, like, yeah, I'm well into this. And, like, you couldn't just run in a room and go, bam, bam, bam. They've kind of made it a bit Rainbow Six-y, you look in, you see, you like, jump, snap his neck, quickly shoot him, jump, pull him over, and it's like, I know it's Tom Clancy, but seriously, if I want to breach into a room, I'll play Rainbow Six, really. I won't want to play, Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell's meant to be me. I know they've gone down the action route to what's happened to Sam, but I really do hope the next game they take it back to how it was and really think about what they've done.
Well, it makes sense in the terms of the game mechanics. Well, because like a lot of people, like Metal Gear, you can play stealth, or you can play run and gun, and it works in the context with the way the gameplay works. It works because the physics and the reality of how it all works. Like you got a set amount of enemies, they have a set amount of items that they carry. It makes sense and it works. And from what I understand in Splinter Cell, if you fuck up, you pay dearly for it. You pay horribly for
Yeah,
it.
that's it. It was the old ones were like that. You got caught. It was a lot of trial and error, but if you stealthed and took your time, you were rewarded. It really felt like, man, I've just sneaked for like 40 minutes, breaking necks,
Yeah, you felt like
dragging that body, chucking that body over the side, leaving that guy. Like when you played Hitman stealth, the Hitman series, you would have to plan your attack, like go strangle this guy behind, dog his body in a bin. Whereas now it just feels like they've nerfed it basically. It feels like they've gone the action route to kind of be like, fuck it, Sam's been betrayed, You know, the co-op's good, how it ends and how it works, but it's just like there was those little touches missing. Like in co-op, like some of the maps didn't feel like you proper were like me chucking you up, boss, to a higher post to get over, to get behind them. Was none of that. It never felt like that in any way. I mean, AI is just, it's just like, have they done that? Because the AI act retarded in most games, and that's what really bugs me. And it just doesn't feel like AI's really moved forward. I
The
mean, I don't
AI
think it
in
has.
the AI in the new Army of Two game is like stupid. You wouldn't even be around the corner and know where you were, and it's like, what the hell?
Right, well, we'll have to leave that there, unless you want to carry on, and then we do two
Uh,
parts of AI.
good.
Right, so